Alright, here, welcome to the last lap of this course. Here we're going to be doing word problems leading to simultaneous equation. Okay, word problems leading to simultaneous equation. So here they are not giving us our question directly in mathematical form. So they'll give us information, then we're going to express or translate those information into mathematical statements. So that is what we're going to be doing right now. It's not hard, okay? You can get it. You can get it. We have the basis for it. If you have followed your previous classes very well, you have a basis for it. And what we do here is just the same thing as elimination method that you just did before coming here. So let's look at these two examples. Okay, so the first example here says, well, what we have here, we have that the sum of the ages of Dauda and his brother is 22. 5 years ago, Dauda was 3 times as old as his brother. How old are they now? Okay, so the sum of ages of Dauda and his brother is 22. 5 years ago, Dauda was 3 times as old as his brother. How old are they now? So let's look at it. We have that let Dauda's present age be D years old, and let Dauda's brother's present age be F years old. I think you can relate. So if that is it, then you can say from the first statement that the sum of their present age, if Dauda is D years old and if his brother is F years old, so you can say, you can deduce from this first statement that D plus F is equal to 22. That's what this first statement is saying. So you can come here and say that, so you can come here and say that the sum of their ages is what? D plus F equals to 22. I believe that is understood. So if that is understood, then let's look at the next work here. We have 5 years ago, Dauda's age was D minus 5 years old. If presently is D, then 5 years ago he was D minus 5 years old, and his brother will be F minus 5 years old, because presently they are D years old and F years old respectively. So 5 years ago they will be D minus 5 and F minus 5 years old. So and they said here, there is a statement here that says 5 years ago Dauda was 3 times as old as his brother. So it means that 3 years ago Dauda's age, which is D minus 5, is equal to 3 times F minus F, his brother's age. Have I confused you? No. That 5 years ago, Dauda was 3 times as old as his brother. That is, 5 years ago, when Dauda was D minus 5 years old, his age was 3 times older than his brother's age. His brother's age was F minus 5 years old then. So as a result of that, you can come down here and say that Dauda's age was 3 times as the age of the brother. So you can now say D minus 5, which is Dauda's years old 5 years ago, is equal to 3 multiplied by F minus 5. And that's what you're resolving into. So we can move on and say D minus 5 equals 3F minus 15. D minus 5 equals 3F minus 15. Then, if that is it, D minus 5 equals, let's open this bracket. If you open this bracket, 3 will multiply F and it will also multiply minus 5. So that's going to be 3F minus 15. Okay, so you can now say that your D, bringing 3F to this side, will be minus 3F, then bringing minus 5 to the other side. It's going to be what? Plus 5. So you'll be having minus 15 plus 5. Then you have minus 10. So that is what I resolved from this equation 2. So remember, here is equation 1. Okay, D plus F equals 22, equation 1. D minus 3F equals minus 10. That's equation 2. So if that is it, then let's bring up our board here. the first equation here, so the first equation here says d plus f equals 22, and we are having the same thing here, d plus f equals 22, equation 1. Then the equation 2 down here says d minus 3f equals minus 10. So you come down here and say d minus 3f equals minus 10. So we've been able to deduce the mathematical statement from those information. So let's look at it. D is there, having coefficient of 1, 1 in both equations. Okay, so let's eliminate d. What eliminates d is going to be a minus sign. So when you put minus in between the d, then d is off. So doing that, you have d minus d, this d minus this d, then you have plus f, okay, minus multiplying this minus multiplying this minus, making what? Plus 3f. Then you have equal to, you have 22 up here, then this minus multiplying what? Multiplying this minus gives what? Plus 10. Okay, so you can get rid of d and say what? So you can get rid of d and have 4f to be equal to 22 plus 10. Alright, so you can have it here. Haven't gotten rid of d, you can have it here that plus f plus 3f, that's 4f, equals, when you add this up, that's what? That is 32. So you can have f to be equal to 32 divided by 4. Then your f is equal to what? Your f is equal to 8. That is it. So if f equals to 8, then you can say using 8 for f in equation 1. This is our equation 1. So equation 1, we have that d plus f equals 22. So instead of using f, you're using 8 for f. So that's going to be what? d plus 8 equals 32. Equals 22 rather. So you can have d to be equal to this 22, then minus 8. So you can have d to be equal to what? I will subtract this from 22, you have 14. That's interesting. So I was saying that Dauda's present age is 14, while his brother's present age is 8. So let's analyze them 5 years ago. 5 years ago, how old was Dauda? That's 14 minus 5, that's 9. So 5 years ago, his brother was 5 minus 8 minus 5, that's 3. So you can see that 3 multiplying 3 here will give the exact age 5 years ago. You know that 5 years ago, truly Dauda was 3 times older than his younger brother. That's how it works. Alright, so we've been able to solve that. So we move on to the next question. So our next question here says, don't worry, it may look big or voluminous, but it's not that. Don't be scared, okay? So we have that the cost of 2 mathematics textbooks and 3 English textbooks is 3,120, while the cost of 3 mathematics textbooks and 5 English textbooks is 4,950. The cost of a mathematics textbook is N naira and an English test costs E naira. So using the above information, what is the cost of a mathematics textbook and an English textbook? Wow, interesting. So if the cost of one mathematics textbook, if a mathematics textbook costs N naira, then it means that what? That means simply, if the cost of 2 mathematics textbook, if the cost of, look at it, the cost of a mathematics textbook is M naira. So it means that the cost of 2 mathematics textbook will be what? If a mathematics textbook costs M naira and an English textbook costs E naira, then let's look at it. 2 mathematics tests and 3 English tests is what? That's going to be what? 2M plus 3E. 2 mathematics textbook will cost 2M naira and 3 English textbook will cost what? 3E naira. According to this information, 2 mathematics textbook and 3 English textbook. So when both are added, they give us what? 3,120 naira. So The addition of both of them now will give us 3,120 naira. That forms our equation 1. So now equation 2. While the cost of 3 mathematics, that is 3 hem now, and 5 English, that will cost 4,950. So we have here that 3 maths tests and 3 English tests will now be equal to us 3 hem. If one mathematics cost hem, then that's what 3 will cost 3 hem. If one English cost he naira, then 5 English as well will cost 5e naira. Then equals to 4,950 according to the information here. 4,950. So the cost of the mathematics textbook is n naira and of English is e naira. So using the above information, what is the cost of a mathematics textbook, that is the value of m, and an English textbook, that is the value of e? So you are looking for e and m. So that is it. So bringing the two equations together, the equation 1 is brought here, and the equation 2 is also what? Is also brought down here. This equation 1 is here. This equation 2 here now is here. So what do we have to do with this now? Elimination method. Does it work? It doesn't work directly. Okay. So rule our board. Okay. So ruling our board. From here you can see that taking equation 1 and equation 2. Alright, so equation 1 and equation 2 now. So you have 2m plus 3 equals to 320 equation 1. Then you have 3m plus 5 equals to 4,950 equation 2. So what do? I want to eliminate what? I want to eliminate he. Sorry, I want to eliminate him, such that I will multiply equation 1 by the coefficient of m, and I'll in equation 2, then I will multiply equation 2 with the coefficient of m in equation 1. So this 3 comes up here to multiply this equation 1, then this 2 comes down here to multiply equation 2. So by the time you open your bracket, 2 multiplying m, 3 multiplying 2m gives 6m, 3 multiplying 3e gives what? 9e, 3 multiplying 3,120 gives what? 9,360. Come again, 2 multiplying 3m is what? Is 6m. 2 multiplying 5e is 10e, and 2 multiplying 4,950 is 9,900 naira. That's interesting. So let's move ahead and we can now eliminate. Subtraction sign here, we eliminate m. So if it does eliminate, then maybe we'll come here too. So now we'll come to our green board. We have equation 1 from here and we have equation 2 from here. Okay, so alright, so if that is that, we'll move on with the work. So we are going to be eliminating using the subtraction sign. So I will be having 6m minus under 6m, and I'll be having plus 9e minus 10e, and everything equals to, I'll be having 9,360 minus 9,900. So by the time I get rid of m, then I'll be left with what? Minus e. That is plus 9e minus 10e is equal to what? Minus e. 6m minus 6m already becomes 0, so equals what? Now doing the subtraction, subtract 9,900 from 9,360 naira. So what you have left is what? Is 550. Sorry, it's 540, not 550, it's 540. Okay, so our E now equals what? Equals 540 naira. That is the value of our E. So now, using 540 for E in equation 2, this is our equation 2. Equation 2 says 6m plus 10e equals to what? 9,900. From here, from this equation 2, so we want to use this value, the value we got for E, we want to use it for root there. So that's going to be 6m plus, open the bracket, 540, close bracket, then equals to 9,900. So if that is it, we move it up and we have 6m plus, when you open those brackets, you have 5,400 to be equal to what? 9,990. So our 6m now will be equal to 9,990 subtracting 9,990 minus 5,400. So I have 6m to be equal to 4,400 naira. I can see now that my m is equal to 4,500 divided by 6. So our m equals to 750 naira. 750 naira. So it means that the cost of one mathematics test is 750 naira. So a maths test costs 750 naira, and an English test costs what? Costs 550 naira. And that is it. Alright, I'm glad you made it up to the end of this course. I believe you've been so much helped. Like, you really enjoyed it. If there is any question, just get in touch with your teacher. He's going to put you through anything you don't understand. But I advise you to go over the works and over again. You will surely understand. Okay? You will surely understand. Congratulations for making it to the end, and I know it will make you a better. This will have granted you a better understanding on some approaches to mathematics. So thanks for always being there. Till I come your way again. Goodbye.